Hello, this is Bill Webb, aka Billy Indiana. Today I'm going to do a quick solo playthrough of one variation of Mysticana, a foundation game, showing you Nine Perils. If you'd like to see how this solo game plays, stay tuned. So before I get into the solo gameplay, I want to talk just a little bit about Mysticana, a foundation deck, because it will be launching May 28th, 2024 on Kickstarter. And so depending on when you're watching this, it could be before, during, or after that. But I want to explain a little bit about this so you understand that while I'll be just showing you one version, Nine Perils, it's called a foundation deck because in this 18-card traditional button-shy game, there are three core games that you can play straight out of the original collection. Nine Perils is the solo version I'll be demonstrating today. Sorcerer's Showdown is a head-to-head clashing battle that I don't know that I'll ever be able to show on a video, but I'll talk about after I've had a chance to play it. And then A Path Ahead is a game for 2 to 4 players. And again, hoping to play these 2 and up to 4 player versions as well in the future. But for today, just going to demonstrate Nine Perils. Also, as part of the Kickstarter process, this project that's upcoming, there are 2 expansions that I also have on hand. And in the next couple days, I'll be putting up a video of the Cave of Djinns. It's a solo version as well, but using these 6 expansion cards. And then there's also Arcane Artifacts, which is for 2 to 6 players. So again, once I've had a chance to play those multiplayer versions of the game, I hope to give some comments, even though not playthroughs. But for both solo versions, I want to show a playthrough. So now let's get into Nine Perils. So one more thing before we jump into the game, I just want to show you the 2 little expansions. This is the Arcane Artifacts expansion. So we've got these 6 cards. They're double-sided, and that will let you play the Arcane Artifacts version of the game. And then we've got the Djinns expansion, the Cave of Djinns expansion. These are also dual-sided cards. And again, you don't need that for the game I'm showing today, Nine Perils, but you will need those for the expansions, and that'll be part of the Kickstarter. Now, on the main deck, it's got a rock, scissors, paper element to it, so water beats fire, fire beats plants, and plants suck up the water. And then within the deck, you're going to have 2 through 6 of 3 colors. You've got the green, you've got the blue, and you've got the red. And then some of the cards at the bottom will have a location mentioned to say that they are a location card. And then some of them will have the word creature to show that those are creature cards. And for certain versions of the game that will matter, and for other versions it won't. I'm going to be demonstrating Nine Perils, which that part doesn't matter whether it's a location or not. The rock, scissors, paper rules does matter. And the goal of Nine Perils is I'm going to lay out 9 cards. I'm just going to shuffle them up here real quick. And I'm going to try to consider those 9 cards I lay out as perils and try to defeat them with other cards. But they'll be face down, and so at least initially, and I'll just be turning them over one at a time. So let's see here. We'll get these laid out. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And once you have your 9 cards laid out, you turn the middle one over face up. And we can see we've got a green avatar there. And then if you want to go easy mode, you take 3. If you want to go middle, you take 2. If you want to go hard, you take 1. To make it so it's not super difficult for me to think through while I'm playing, I'm going to take 3. And then you're going to draw from these cards, so I'll just put them up there for you. So in my hand right now, I've got a red 4, a green 4, and a red 2. Now some of the basic rules here. I want to play a card below each of these that's got a higher value. If it is a higher value, it wins. If it's a lower value, it loses. And I need to win all 9 perils. So I'm trying to do that. Now, if an avatar shows up, if I put a same color, so if I were to play this, that's a tie because they're both green. And the avatar, when it's the same color, just takes on the same number. And so when it's a tie, you're going to look 2 cards over and see if this is a win or a loss. If this is a win, that's also a win. If this is a loss, that's also a loss. And 1 loss, you're done with the game. It's a quick game. So that's one way you can think about the avatars. Another way you can think about the avatars is by their suit. So red burns plants, fire burns plants. So if I put a red card on this, the avatar is going to lose. Now I don't have a blue card, but if I had a blue card and I played it here, the plant sucks up water, so the avatar would beat the water. So I wouldn't want to put water here, but I can either put a green one for a tie, or I can put a fire to defeat that. All right, so that's the setup and the basic rules. I'm trying to get all 9 defeated, and once I get all my cards played and these all flipped over one at a time face up, then I'll resolve left to right. So let's just watch the gameplay so you can see how it goes. So again, here's a reminder of the cards in my hand. The first step is to turn over a card. So I'm just going to turn over this end one in here. Okay, so I've got a 5 blue. So I need a 6 blue to beat that. Or because water puts out fire, I would need a 6 red to tie it, because whatever the better element is, so since water beats, so if I played this just as an example, this is water, which is stronger than fire, so this becomes a 6 now. So 6 to 4, this would lose and I would lose the game. So I need a 6 blue or to win, I need a 6 red to tie, or I need a 5 green to tie, because green sucks up water, so that green 5 would be more powerful. So I don't want to play any of these cards that I have in my hand under that right now, but when you flip one over, you also draw one. So now I've got 2 4s, a 3, and a 2, 2 greens, 2 reds. And I don't have to play here. I can play anywhere. I can even play on one of the face down cards. So let's think about what I want to do here. So I'm going to try to use this 2. That's going to be a win, because the fire is going to burn the green. And so that's how you determine what wins with an avatar card. You look at whether this card is more or less powerful, or if it's the same color, then we use the tie rules. So it's more powerful, that's going to be a win, which means I'm going to need to look at this card and determine what happens next. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. Now that's my first turn. I flipped a card, drew a card, played a card. All right, so I'm going to flip another card. All right, another avatar. So if I played this red one, that would be a tie. If I play a 3, that's gonna, the fire's gonna, or the green 3, the fire's gonna beat it, because fire burns plants. So I could tie it with what I have in hand, but I flipped one, so I need to draw one. All right, I could also tie it with a 6, but I don't really want to do that. So I could play this 6 down here, which would make this a tie, because water puts out fire, so that's a 6, this is a 6, so that's a tie. So I think I'm actually going to do that. Now I know that that one at least is tied, so that's a good move there. Let's go ahead and just see what this one is for my next turn. So it's a blue 4, and I draw a card. All right, so this blue 6 would beat it because it's a higher number. If I play this red 4, that's a loss, because this is going to become a 5 since water puts out fire. If I play this green 4, that's going to be a win, because green sucks up water, so this becomes a 5. And so if I play that there, I know that's a win. I know that's a tie. I'm probably going to be able to tie or win here. So let's do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's put that 4 there. I know that's going to be a win. All right, now next play. So yeah, let's go ahead and figure what this one is. So this one is a blue 2. Draw another card here. All right, so if I put this one down, that's going to be a tie, because water puts out fire. So that's a 3 and that's a 3. So that's a tie. 6 and 6, that's a tie. That's a good way to end this one. There's my win. This is a 5 to a 4. So the whole end here is good. This is unresolved here. This is a win. All right, so let's see what we're starting with down here for our next move. Okay, a red 5. So let's see what we got here. So if I play that, that's a win, because green, no, sorry. If I play that, that's a loss, because fire burns the plant. So that's a 6 to a 5. So I don't want that. But if I play this, now that's actually a 7 to a 5, because water puts out fire. Let's just go ahead and do that, and then I know I've got that one beat. All right, let's go here. Blue 3. So I could do this. That becomes a 4, and that becomes, oh, I forgot to draw a card too, so I might as well draw first. I could do this. Because I know that that's going to be a 4, and that's going to be a 4, so that would tie. But if I do that, then these green ones are all going to get burnt up by this avatar. So I really need to put this here, which makes that a tie, which is going to skip to here, which makes that a tie and that a tie. So I should be good there at the end. All right. So now I'm going to flip a card. Oof. I may be in trouble. Unless I can tie this one. Let's see. The green sucks up the water. There we go. So that's a 3 and that's a 3. So that'll skip this one. All right. So now I might be okay. Let's see. And then blue, and the green sucks up water. Good. So I'm just going to play this one and this one. All right. So now I've played my 9 cards to try to match the 9 perils. Now we go left to right. I'll explain it again here to make sure the rules are sinking in, hopefully. So water is better than fire. So this actually becomes a 7. So that's an easy win. 7 to 5. This one, we've got plant is better than water. It soaks up the water. So it's a 3 to 3. That's a tie. I skip this one and come to here to resolve. This is an avatar, so because these are not the same color, it's not a tie. It's the stronger one wins, and the plant sucks up the water, so that's a win. And because that wins, the one I skipped wins, and the one that I was tied on wins, and now I keep moving. All right, now here I've got fire burns up the plant, so that's a win. All right, now I've got a tie because they're both fire. An avatar and a 4 makes fire tie. And so I'm going to skip this one and come to here. And now 3 and a 3 because water puts out fire, another tie. So I'm going to skip this one and come to the next one. And when you do that, you wrap around, and this one's already won. And since this one's already won, that means that's a win, that's a win, that's a win, and that's a win. So there is a successful play of Nine Perils. Hopefully that made sense, and how you adjust the numbers and how you think through the rock, scissors, paper aspect of it. And also if you get a tie at the end, how that cycles back around to the other side and what happens when you get those ties. So you really need to try to find ways to use the tie to your advantage, which down here in this scenario, I had to. There was no way for me to beat that 6. So I needed to make sure that this was a tie so I could skip that card, and then just need to make sure I won that one. So hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions for me, leave those questions down in the comments below. If you are interested in knowing about some of the other versions of this, I will be putting up a video in the next couple days of the Caves of Jin solo version. And after I've had a chance to play some of the 2-player, 2 to 4-player, and even 2 to 6-player versions, I'll hopefully put up a video just kind of giving my general thoughts, not playthroughs, about those different versions. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you're interested, I'll put a link to the Kickstarter down below when it goes live. And if you did enjoy the video, I'd love it if you give it a thumbs up, and it'd be terrific if you'd choose to subscribe to the channel. As always, thanks for watching. This is Billy Indiana, signing off.